Game halted so Twitch can keep the lights on and the layoffs coming.
Hey, how's it going? Happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing well. We have made it to the end of the week. Hell yeah. Hope you guys are doing well. It's gonna be a good stream. I feel it. I can feel it. Our bones. That could be the arthritis, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Arthritis is a bone thing, right? I never claim to be smart. The plan for today is simple, as the title says. Quick PCG, and then back to state trees and AI. I really want to figure out why the hell enemies occasionally just miss me when attacking groups. It's a big problem and needs to be resolved. I think there's only like one or two things I need to check on the PCG side, so this is gonna be a real quick detour. I just didn't have time to do it. Well, and that'll be that. Shall we get right into it? I guess. This is the main thing we need to fix. I can't have these cars piling up, if you will. It's this thing that's causing it. And I think I just need to do a cherry pick points, from my understanding. Oh. picker indices range. Picker constant. Index -1. Invert. Oh. It is not from index 0? Or index, the last index? Huh. Hey, sir, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So that's not the problem. There's only one here. Wait, what? Oh, here we go. Now there's two on top of each other. Two on top of each other there. That's only... Did they crash? Yeah, there's a little bit of a car accident pile up. Trying to get it cleared up. Yeah. I mean, that's only one number there. Like, clearly there's only one. There's two right there. But that is very clearly one. 36. There's two there. Wait, why are there so many twos in general? Collapse points. Okay, collapse points fixes the what? Okay, what if we did this way? That's going the right way. That's going the right way. Are we good here? Let me keep more points. Okay, so now we have an issue like the first. Wait. We can work with that. We could set their collision to none. You know why humans haven't thought of that safety feature yet? I know. It makes things so much easier. And then we just wouldn't even have to worry about traffic, so we'd just be able to go through cars. Why are people so stupid? They just... It's just a simple fix. What? Why? Why is this car? Oh, it's because it's going this way. So we can't fix that way, huh? Okay. Shit. This is more of a pain than I thought. If I do, I create spline. And then did a linear create component. Let's do a little transform point so I can see it above. Uh-huh. So there's the problem. Okay. It's this diagonal. Hey, Chernobyl, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Is the City Gym project entirely made of PCG except for the assets? Yes. Currently, yes. You're making a ghost Pokemon level right now. It ended up just like Pac-Man. So you made Pac-Man as one of your minigames? Nice. That'll work. That'll do it. This is fine. This is not fine. When we do the difference, that becomes not fine. So really, the problem here is the difference more than anything. So we do this. What just happened? Why did it move it and then it won't undo the movement? Oh. What? Thanks, Unreal. You're the best. Okay, but everything is facing the correct way. So what we can do now is do the select points. And then do... because this is still all fine. Yeah. And then do the difference. And now we have all of the cars facing the right way, the way they should be, except in intersections. I just need to modify this to be like a little smaller. Why is this? Why are these intersections so... What happened there? Oh, that was me. There you go. So I need to modify this, be a little bit bigger. Minus 400. Interestingly enough, it is not rotated the right way. So, but I mean, it's fine. Try 350. 300. Yeah. For me, negative 350 seems like the number. And we're good. Right, we have these guys all going the right ways. Yes. And then we just set select points. We do 0.1. Maybe not that few. Let's do like 0.3. 5. 0.4. That seems good. Really depends on that one. Hey, you guys, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It's a simple AI move to node in a 1,000 unit radius. And when it gets to location, it does it all again. It's actually pretty easy. Then you have a collision sphere around it that teleports. Nice. The teleports you if he touches you. That works. Oh my god, cars. You saw this. Right. You saw this one. Probably adjust the sample distance here to like 425. A little bit closer. You know what I can do instead is keep it on 450, keep it a little bit more, and then because I have to raise them up anyway. What I can do is have them go a little bit forward back. 25 minus 25. So that way they're a little bit of variation between the cars. Let's actually go back to full 1.0 here so we can see, because I could probably do it even closer. Yeah, I got plenty of room. Let's do a little more variation here. Minus 50 to 50, minus 100. 100? That's probably too much. No, they're not touching. Like, some of them are definitely tailgating. Okay, that one's touching. Minus 75, 75. Because I just don't want them touching. And you know what? I will do minus 50 and 50 and just do slightly less overall, so we just have more cars. Just overall more cars. Are we good on things? I think we can. Oh. Just a little bit on this one corner. Just randomized to be a little too close. Okay, let's do with that in mind then. Because we don't want a police car hitting a ambulance, clearly. Minus 25. 25. Minus 40? 40? And minus 40, 40. There you go. So now we're good. So now keep 30%. And now we have a little more interest with the with that. Oh, you know what else we should do before? They're all perfectly in line. Ooh, okay, that's a collision. Shit. Okay, fine. God damn. Fine. We won't have randomness forward because of the curves. But we can have randomness side to side. It's a little bit left, a little bit right. So they don't exactly line up. Okay. That's a little bit better. I still want some. I still want some. Damn it. The slightest amount. I wish I remembered where the collision was. Yeah, this is pretty good. Okay, I think we're good with that. Okay, so now they're at least no longer perfectly in line. It's now a lot more interesting. Oh my god, the police cars are... two police cars and 2 fire trucks? Oh my god, where are they going? There's a fire somewhere? There's a fire somewhere! Okay. All that's left to do is turn on the depth field. And then we're good. Miniatures acquired. Right. Miniatures acquired. All right. Okay. I think the PCG is all set up. For Sunday's tutorial, to set this up, we're doing trees, we're doing cars, we're doing lampposts. Should be good. We're gonna have the districts. Looks good. Yeah. Okay. Shall we now go and do some game dev? Yay! I was actually thinking about, like, at some point I'm gonna need to rename the project. At some point it will no longer, it won't be called Spreading Crimson forever, because it's no longer about blood. So eventually the name will change. One day. It'll be now. But whenever, like, it goes to, like, I think by end of next year, right? Or, like, not sorry, end of this next year. By end of this year, it will need to be figured out, probably. The new name. Because if I plan to start thinking about either Kickstarter or early access, then I don't want to change the name later. Okay. Okay. So the problem we were running into, if I recall, is these guys would attack and then they wouldn't hit me. So if they attack now... Oh, do I not have the print string anymore? Yeah, here. So somehow... It's fighting themselves. All good. There's a BP player, but... that wasn't all the BP players. So it's for some reason not getting the player always. So what's the trick to this? I could filter out here before setting this. So... hits execute, do not hit self message. Do not hit self check. What was the the gameplay tags is from and you know what it's wait. Do not hit self check. Yeah, it's just do not hit self check. But I need to know who it's on, so I can't do that. Ah. Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. Because we know that this is the owner. And then here, that's the other one. Get gameplay tags. So it'll be for you, from you. Here for now. So if it's a success, so we can do this, then I want to promote this to a local variable. This is successful targets. That. Then we add unique. I think you can just do add, to be fair. But just in case it's doing multiple. Add unique. I guess... no, there's going to be no impossible to do. The same ones. And we're filtering that out later anyway. We do an add here. And then... when it's done with this, it's going to return all of this on the successful targets. Let's see. Why did only 2 of them hit me? Like, what's going... that's not the problem. The problem is with this trace. Okay. Let's undo all this, because clearly this is pointless. This is not... This check, all of this check is not necessary. Because that's not where the problem lies. It lies here. What if we did trace complex? What if we just did trace complex? Why I take only 3? One of them missed me. How is that possible? How do they ignore me? All skeleton. I mean, that was 3, though. Again. Not all of them hit me. What's the problem? What can possibly be causing the issue here? Three. Let me also check if I... you. If I don't enable pawn collisions, if I just keep it disabled. They just got hit by 1. Why? Yeah, I got hit 4 times there. Okay, I got hit 4 times there. Is the problem that just the trace is not big enough? I got hit 4 times. Is that... Hold on. 150. Because I feel like it should still hit. I hit it 4 times. 4 times. But even on a small trace... Okay, I got hit 4 times there. Wait. So now... Is the problem... No, I got hit 3 times on that one. Because the trace is separate from the actual enemies, right? Like, it doesn't matter where they go. The trace is still the trace. Yeah, like, even at the bigger one, it's still... All 4 of them didn't hit me. They hit me all the other times, though. Do I have a... Hold on. Do I have a damage cooldown? Wait a second. I guess that should be asking that. Because I know at one point I did have a cooldown for when I got hit. But I removed that. But I wonder if that's still somehow active? I doubt it. No, I don't have a check for that. I don't have a check for a cooldown. I think very early on I used to have one, a cooldown. For shits and giggles, I'm just gonna do this. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep. Do not hit self check. That's all. I'm gonna bypass all the other ones. Okay. So they don't hit each other, but still. I took no damage. What? Is this even a problem when there's only one? When there's only one, there's no problems. Okay. 2. So when they don't attack right on top of each other, right, I take damage just fine. Even then, I was fine. I don't like this problem. They might be missing on that first one because they're pretty wide apart. Now position myself here so they all know where I am. I'm not moving. 70. The problem has to be the trace. Okay, what we can try doing is instead of doing a trace channel, we can just trace pawns. For objects. We can try doing for objects. We can tell it to trace for pawn. And then this through. Oh, the only thing I need to check is I need to add a check for whether it. I don't know. I guess I don't need to check for whether it has the interface. All pawns right now do. There's not a world where it doesn't, so I mean, it's fine. But let's just check if we get now. That did work. The attack not close enough in timing. That worked. Is it just that I need to do now a pawn one? That was good. I mean, if pawn fixes it, I mean, then we'll just do that. That works. I think one of them actually missed. Yeah. Okay. Do a few more tests, but that's so weird. Yeah. Like it's successful every time. Yeah, it's right amount every time. What I also want to do is when we do the stop movement immediately, before we turn on, I mean, it shouldn't really matter, but set velocity 0. Set movement immediately should stop it, but it seems like they stop moving, but the velocity continues on. So I'm just gonna do one of these because because it seems like they fly away, right? They sometimes bounce away, and I don't want that. So hopefully, setting velocity to 0 will help with that. I have 4 times. 4 times. Yeah, that is a bizarre thing. I wonder if that's a what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to remove oh, the wait is always 2 seconds here. There's no randomness on the wait. I guess that's just how AI is. Okay, well, one thing for sure though, they are no longer bouncing around. Right, so it is better. So that fix is good. So I guess we're going to go with pawn. That guy. Okay, that guy. Maybe it didn't fix the problem. Maybe it did. Oh, seems like it's good. Why did that guy stop so early on? Huh. Delay until next tick. Stop movement, and then a tick later, once it's stopped, then turn it on again. Yeah, okay. Okay. Re-enable all collision after attack. Okay. Really? I'm gonna do one last check with this multi sphere trace by channel. I'm gonna recreate it in case something's bugged on this node specifically. At this point, just for shits and giggles. How long have I been developing the game? In terms of like time worked on it, or just time that like just how long time it's been, gaps and everything. Because I started the game about 2 years ago. Both. In terms of how long it's been in terms of time, but 2 years. In terms of how long of actual development time, it's the generous estimation is about a week per month. So we're looking at, if 2 years, 24 weeks. So half a year of actual like full-time work, right? A little under, but you could say half a year of like equivalent of full-time work. Probably being generous a little bit, but that's probably relatively accurate. Because some days I have more, some days I have less. Yep. It's about like a 4 or 5 to 1 ratio. Just keep in mind, like I stream for about 3 hours Monday through Friday, so you could say 3 times 5. And that's 15 hours that I work on it, but I'm not concentrating on it totally, right? I am streaming. I talk with you guys. Some days I just, don't get much done. So realistically, it's like I could say 2 hours realistically, but that's being generous in terms of actual productivity. So I estimate about 8 to 10 hours a week. And so roughly a week of time that becomes in a month, right? Because that becomes, let's say, 10 hours for the week. There's about 4 weeks in a month, 40 hours a week, right? So 1 month is about 1 week of work. Let's see if this starts working again. I'm just a new node. No, it doesn't. That's so weird. That is so weird. How long do you project the project you need to ship? However long it takes. Yeah, I guess we're going with that. I kind of want to ask Brock this if it knows. I can find the answer to why this is happening. Yeah, however long it needs to be in development for, this is still, for my opinion, this is still a prototype. This is not like even like going into production yet. Yes, I hired someone to do the character, but and UE5, why is it when I do a multi-sphere trace by channel using a custom collision channel? My player will occasionally not be registered, but other times will be when performing multiple of these traces in quick succession. But there's no issues whatsoever doing a multisphere trace for objects set to pawn. The player gets found 100% of the time. Welcome entry has bandit. Hope you're doing well. It's odd because the whole point of it, the trace channel, is for tracing. And why is it not being consistent? I don't know if it's a new bug or this is something I don't know about. Maybe that's a limitation with this custom trace channel. It's not designed for maybe quick traces on it. It has limitations. I don't know. But whatever it is, I want to know. Yeah, dude, it's going well. Going well. It's odd, right? Again, like multi-sphere trace for objects set to pawn. No issues. Custom trace channel. Like if my character never worked on the character, like okay, I messed up the collision stuff somewhere, right? The checking of like block or whatever on the collision parameters. But the fact that it sometimes gets it. It'll always get it when it's a single enemy attacking, but it'll a lot of times miss when there's multiple at once. So it really gets lost then. So odd. So I'm hoping they can find me some information just so I have like some understanding whether it's just maybe a bug right now or again, there's something I just don't know. Stems from fundamental differences of how multi-sphere trace by channel and multi-sphere trace for objects handle collision responses and hit reporting. By channel, using your custom channel, this trace type reports all overlaps along the sweep up and including the first blocking hit it encounters. Respects the collision response, yep. If any extras along the trace path is set to block, Wait. If any extra along the trace set to block, the trace. Any actor along the trace path is set to block your custom channel and is intersected before the player, the trace stops there. Why would it stop? That doesn't seem right. I think it's confused in this one. It's a multi-trace. Why would it stop after the first? I just double check it didn't make a mistake. How did I get into game dev? I just started. I was like, I did a game jam, and I realized I can make a game in such a little amount of time, and then I continue working on the game. Simple as that. There was a 2-week game jam that I did, where I was like, I don't know if I have time to make a game of any kind. It'd be nice, like one day. But I just did it part-time while working. Managed to make something playable. I was like, oh, I can make a game. And then I continue working on it. That's it. It was very far behind. Sweeps a sphere along the given line and returns all hit encountered up to and including the first blocking hit. Wait, what? Excuse me? Can you link me the page about the multi-future channels documentation from Unreal? I want to see this. Multi-sphere trace by channel. This is multi-sphere trace by channel. Sweep a sphere along given line and returns all hit encountered up to, and including the first blocking hit. What the shit is the difference then between a multi-sphere, a multi, and a regular then? Because a regular one also gives you the first blocking hit. This doesn't make sense. What? Did you just decide to go to the game jam not having developed any games before? Yeah, this is my first game. I mean, I played around with like learning some game stuff before that. Like just following a bunch of tutorials randomly, like learning how things work. But that's it. Hey, thank you so much for the Prime. Job got wrecked. I appreciate it. Much obliged. So then what is the difference between multi-sphere trace by channel and regular sphere trace by channel? Because regular also returns the first thing locked. I appreciate it. Key difference between multi-sphere trace by channel. The regular single version comes down to how many hits they report along the same sweep path, even though both respect the same condition, overlap versus block in your trace channel. Oh, are they reporting overlap? Well, hold on a sec. Wait. Do I even have it set to block?
Si seul moteur faction, j'adore de me tribute.
Thanks. That made sense. Pausing for ads. Yeah, mine's set to block. I mean, I guess, should I be setting it to overlap? Huh. So I thought you had to do block to be traced. But I guess for this one you want to be overlap. Okay, we're gonna play with that, and then we'll return to using the custom collision channel if it works. But yeah, I thought for a trace to work, I guess it depends on what kind of trace, to be fair. Maybe that's why. Or maybe I'm just thinking about overlap. Maybe I got confused with overlap. Because I know for overlaps, it has to be block. One has to be block, one has to be overlap. And maybe that's where I got confused. Thinking that for traces, they also have to be block. That's very possible. But this is where, like, by the way, this is where AI is great. Because I can't find this by searching on Google. I can't find this information. Like, explain to me. So, I don't understand the whole don't touch AI thing. I'm smarter for using it. Is your background programming? You're funny. You're funny. I'm not a coder. I don't code. I'm not a programmer. This is a coding safe space. There's no coding here. I'll never be coding here. I'm an artist. That's what drew me to Unreal. Because I'm an artist. The character overlap. Let's make sure that the collision here is following that. Yep. Character overlap. Just gonna check the player as well. Yeah, I don't code. Overlap. So with that set up to overlap now, back here, let's see it. Yeah, see, now it doesn't do anything. See, it doesn't find it at all then. When I have it on overlap. Like, it then traces, but it needs to be on block for it to work. I thought so. But I guess that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I know it is finding stuff. Hold on. Did I? It is reading the right stuff. So hold on. Hold on. Yeah, player character overlap. Oh, let me just check your stuff. In case you're set to... You should be using the same thing as your parent. But... Character overlap, yes. So... Myself. So the current enemy has overlap for character. The player has overlap for character. And also, visually, it is now making more sense, where it's showing like just dots where things are hit, versus showing the entire thing being green. So actually, visually, it also now makes more sense. But now comes the question of why I'm not taking damage at all. But it might be working. Just now I need to figure out the rest of it. Okay, let's see. Because it's never getting here for some reason. Is it even reporting that I hit something? Do I even need to report that I hit something? Because it's just the array will be 0. Yeah, it's just false always. Why is it always false? Oh, okay, I see. Because I never finished hitting anything. Yeah. Okay, so this is now making more sense. So what we actually need to do is not return hit. Stop using that. I just check that this is not empty. Because that means it's fine. Get rid of this hit. That is not needed. Hey, Collider, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. That should probably go away. Fix the problem. Now it's working the way it's supposed to. Okay, I understand. Okay. I was using it wrong. That's on me. I have now understood and learned. So when doing a sphere trace, or you doing a trace like that, you actually want it to be an overlap. I got it confused. Why did he just bounce off me again? I got it confused with just collisions in general, where you need one to have overlap, where you need to have one on overlap and one on block for the overlap to detect the thing. That's what happened. Okay. Now, what's up with your collision stuff? Jump to attack target. This, for some reason, is not working great. The set collision response to channel. Oh, is it this stop at collision event? I think this is what's happening. I'm doing stop a collision. Or am I saying this because it's true? Okay, I think I'm kind of hurting myself here. So I'm just not gonna do this whole thing. Stop bouncing off of enemy on hold attack. This is supposed to stop me from bouncing off enemy, and it's clearly not working. Okay. We're good? I think we just need to remove that part that's not needed, because clearly that wasn't working. Okay, we just remove, yeah, get rid of this entire thing. Get rid of... where's, you... Any other problems? Nope. Okay. This is gonna make things a lot better. Things are actually gonna hit when they're supposed to. I just probably made everything a lot more dangerous, didn't I? By fixing it, I have made the entire game dangerous. Quick in and out, doing some audio, back in a few, all good. Also giggity. Do people even know that these days? It's like Gen Z, Alpha, even, would that even make sense to them? I know millennials would all know this, the reference. I'm just curious. Okay, we don't need you anymore. You. You're good. You're good. Let's turn off the. Okay, we don't need this anymore. Good. This is now fixed. It's working. Turn off the debug. Huzzah! Also. I guess all the traces will now work better, just in general. I wonder if some other abilities will now hit better. Let's take a look at how the combat is now. Because I imagine abilities now will also hit better. Why is the frame rate the way it is? What's going on? Why is it chugging like that? It's doing something that I probably did when it broke things. And now it seems like they weren't moving. Are they moving? I thought we fixed that problem. No, they're not moving. What did I do? Let's fix the problem. Problem is probably on some of the stuff. Move to actor. Combat movement. Trying to think where it would have. To location. I thought trying to think where. What could we have done that broke things? Modular movement. Right, you're just this. I think that's fine. Move to location. Should be fine. This should not have any impact on anything. It's not even being used. We just created teleportation, so that won't be a problem. Ooh, the update movement speed. Nope, not being used. You're being used. Set movement speed. Ah, this is probably where its problem is. That's probably needs to have no success for these guys. And I added a success, which broke them. Just confirm. Yep, now they're moving around, and now... Well, yeah, these guys are moving around. Okay. And the frame rate's back. Okay, so we just need to go to duplicate this. Let's just call this one no finish. And now we have this one. Good. And then these are unique ones that I dash towards location. I guess, yeah, we're fine with that. Yep. A modular utility. I think we're still okay on this. Resume add and playback. Yeah, this needs to be adjusted. Okay. This set movement speed we want to do. Complete. And then you do not have a finish. So you're going to be the old one. No finish. So we don't touch it. Mm. Where do I even put it? Movement actions. Okay, on this one, we do want to finish. Basically, when as I mentioned before, when Stage Trees first became a thing, they didn't have this option to say, wait for all of them to finish. So you had to basically only finish the last one. And as long as none of the other ones before it took longer than instant, that's how you kind of did the entire thing. So now that I have it this way, I do want to do it properly and have them all finished. So yeah, we're going to need to do the same thing on this one and on this one, I assume. Yep. So finish. Come on, Unreal, you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. I watched a video on Stage Trees Unreal Engine released a day or two ago. If it was released on Unreal Engine, then no, I never watched their videos. I'm sorry, but they're not good. Like, they might have like 5 minutes of content that I will have to find in an hour or two video. I'm not doing that. If they edited down their videos and made it like YouTube friendly, sure, I watch it. But I'm not watching just a presentation that is not like cut for time. I don't have all day. I know some people are like, don't like that I cut up my videos as much as I do, but I absolutely hate dead air on a tutorial. Like, get to the point. It's a tutorial. Either tell me something or show me something. If it's just you moving the mouse, doing this, and silence as you kind of reorganize yourself because you want to make it look pretty and you're not cutting that out, I'm skipping through it. And I watch already tutorials at 2x speed because of that stuff. Like, I can't. You can package them better after this. They need to have a dedicated editor. Like, there. Like, look. If I go to Unreal Engine. Great thumbnail, Unreal Engine. But you can see here, 2 hours, okay? 2 hours for that. Clearly, okay, this is not Unreal Engine's fault. That's YouTube's fault, clearly. What is this? From streamed 1 day ago. Let's find out. Right, it's just a stream. Deep look into Stage Trees. I am not gonna sit through a full 2 hour live stream of this. And let's see how much of this is gonna be actually like useful information. Like, I'm not saying that it doesn't have useful information. Of course it does. But okay, they're just doing this, an example of like maybe what they're gonna be talking about. I haven't seen Stage Trees yet. Okay, so we got to Stage Trees about 13 minutes in. Okay. I don't know what they're going to be showing yet. right? The number one thing that you want to do when you're making any kind of tutorial, show the end product so people know what to expect. I still do not know what to expect. I want to see, this is what the state tree is making, this is what the logic is going to be, this is what it's executing as. And you might say, oh, maybe they showed here. This is not them showing, this is clearly them making an environment. This is them cinematics. This is them talking about who they are. No. So then we have this, where they're talking about the game. Right? The player is walking around. Cool. So the point I'm making here, right, is there potentially something good and awesome here? Absolutely. Am I gonna watch a 2-hour video on it? No. The problem I have with Unreal Engine streams, or streams of this style in general, is they kind of do, in my opinion, do both things wrong. They do live streams wrong, and they do videos wrong. Because as a video, it needs to be edited, and all of the fluff and extra crap removed to get to the point. Right? You want retention. As a stream, it's wrong because it has no interaction with chat. So what's the point of it being a stream? If the argument is, well, they take questions after it, you can make it a video and make it a premiere, and you could actually be in the chat answering questions as the video plays that is edited, and also then answer comments of the video, right? You could just do that, and that will get you all the answers, and you have the video edited. So, like, or in scenarios like here, right, where you guys are in chat, you could ask me whatever you want, and I'll stop what I'm doing, assuming, right, like, because it's not like, no, the stuff is like absolutely has to be done this second. It's not like it's a high-speed game. And I'll answer it, right? So it's just, the information here is good. But finding it, not only finding where it's good, but finding parts that you don't know already. Because, right, because yeah, it's all on state trees, but a lot of it is like common things, beginner things. So I need to find like the more advanced stuff. Because if I want to learn about the basics of state trees, I'm not watching this. I'm watching Dev Cave? I forget his name. There's a great YouTuber that I watched on state trees and like getting started with them. That's how I learned them. So I'll watch that. So now I want more intermediate stuff. But like, for example, where is it? So here, he's explaining what triggers are. So that is a super basic thing. Again, super useful to know, but you're not adding anything. So that's my problem with them. Is I don't think they're not good videos because they're not edited, and as streams I don't want to watch them because they're too long to get the little bit of information that I would want. So yep, that's my, I don't know, you call it a rant, I guess. On if they just need to hire a YouTube person that edits their content, edits their streams, and I think they'll do great because people will go to them because they're the ones that are experts in this field, right? They should be the best at showing whatever because they're the ones that are developing it. So they just need an editor and someone that understands like content creation. Which is kind of funny, by the way, because The biggest joke about this is this thing, right? This thing that I got that requires you to submit a tutorial video. So they judge you based on how well you can, present information and teach. But they themselves don't follow this. That's the thing that's funny about all of this, I think, the most. Oh yeah, this is player. I'm gonna check this like every half second. It doesn't need to be that exact. That's gonna help things. What kind of tutorial do you have to do for that? Was it based on topic epics? No, you submit your own stuff. I just submitted my own video. That's all. So they asked it, like, the request for like renewal came right after I made the first City Gen video, so I just gave them that. The original one that I had to do was a pain in the ass, because then I had to do a test, and then they looked at my video, and then they scored it with the most ridiculous criterias I've seen. Yeah. Oh yeah, got there in the end. Yeah, you submit the video. This time around, I had to like freaking put it onto their forum and link it there. I was like, you cannot link directly to a YouTube video. I had to go to the Unreal forums and then submit it there, and I can submit a direct link to YouTube on there. So instead of having a direct link to YouTube, they force you to put on their forum the direct link to YouTube and then link that one. I don't know why. I'm like, whatever. Like, that wasn't a big deal. Like, I did it. So odd. I mean, I guess they want people to use the forum, but like, I don't know if they've ever visited the forum. It is not a good experience in terms of search. Like, I do not go to the forums to search stuff anymore because it's just not very good. Not everyone can submit. Oh, there's a whole process. Unreal authorized instructor. Oh, there's a whole process. The only reason I wanted to apply for it is this priority access to tools. I've gotten nothing out of it though. You get nothing from this so far. And I want priority access to tools, and I got nothing. Gain competitive advantage. Against who? I mean, for looking for work, yeah, it's nice. I'll tell you this, they're not going to care about you having the certification if your work sucks. So. Unless your job is to, like, teach. Discover hidden talents. Join a community of professionals who meet the highest standards for instruction and technical capabilities. I get invited to a LinkedIn group. I don't do LinkedIn. So maybe that's on me. But yeah, I'm in a like private LinkedIn group of like people like this. But when I looked through it, it wasn't exactly being active. Like, oh my god, everyone's talking about cool stuff, because you don't do that on LinkedIn. At least I don't. I don't know anyone that does. Online or in person, work with content creators around the globe. Where I am a content creator Where is this? And this is like, it's like saying it like you get to teach something. Like, I don't want to sign up to teach anything. I just want to be, I just want the nice, this part, the priority access and tools. That's all I wanted. Anyway. I'm trying to apply for a Mega Cran for a game. I'm going to try to apply for one at the second half of the year, I think. I need to get further into this game, clean up a bunch more stuff. I want to get the main character in and clean up, fix some stuff and get it further along before I apply. So I think that is July, August is the second Mega Grant application. Epic Mega Grant 2026. Yeah. Submission window June 29th to September 4th. So it's July, August, yeah. So I'm gonna take a. I need to still request it. I need to take a one. I'm gonna take a 1 week break from work, where we can focus on getting this stuff like set up and applied for. But yeah, I'll be going for cycle 2. I'll be getting. I mean, we'll see. If I get it, you know, that will change a few things. Will allow me to potentially hire people, which would be awesome. If I don't get it, we'll continue as is, and we'll figure out what to do. As it currently stands, I don't think there's enough. It's in a weird spot where I don't think I have enough of a pull to be able to go Kickstarter and have it be successful. At the same time, I don't think early access would be very successful either. So it's possible that I just wait. But I will start thinking about either one of those at the end of the year. If I don't get it, and if I do get it, then obviously I don't need Kickstarter for a bit. I mean, I guess it depends how much money they give me. They'd be like, you know, here's $100. That's all we think you deserve. I'm like, okay. You know, or here's, you know, $100,000. We will see. We will see. Obviously, you have to like submit like what you want, how much you think it's going to cost, the whole breakdowns, you know, all that good stuff. Okay, so basic attacks are done. Multiple basic attacks, only first one holds. So we need to have an option to do a non-hold basic attack. But I guess all I need to do is use the basic attack, and then here I can just say hold 0-0. And then I tell it if it's like a sequence, I'll just turn off random attack. So I'll just turn off the hold that way. It doesn't need to have like a separate hold versus not hold one. Yeah. And we can turn off the arrow. Is the only thing for the other ones. So we'll have the arrow on the first one, and then we'll turn off the arrow. Because if I basically just did that now, hold delay 0-0. No, I keep the attack arrow. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Why do you not unpause? 0.01? Okay, so that's good to know. Point 0001. Okay, so basically we can just get away with that. The only but the thing is, it needs to be not a jump attack. Oh no, but that's fine because here is where we specify the jump attack or not. So I just need to go in here and just say event graph. I don't need these prints anymore. So this hold delay, I just need to do a max, and we'll just do point. Make a super tiny value, so that way we can never truly put in 0, even when we put in 0 here. It'll still work fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's working, but so we did a no jump, for example. Now, the one thing that actually, oh, these guys don't have a no jump. Okay, so this is something that I need to figure out, actually. So, let's see. When we have the attack animations, I have this pause attack, which has the jump duration. But sometimes I don't want to do a pause attack. So I guess what I need to figure out is when we do this jump attack animation, I guess I need to check if it is a jump attack animation or a regular one. So I guess what we can do is figure out where it's being called from, just to make sure. Add a new float and pass that through, theoretically. You. This one. On receive notify, pause jump attack. So what we can do is, yeah, on this guy, let's say jump attack. Oh, but no. I need to, it wouldn't be on this thing. We need to set it on the enemy because we need to be able to control it from the attack itself. So from here, we need to, no, sorry, not from here. Here. From here, we need to be able to control it, which is the basic hull attack. So what we're going to do is add a new, I guess I shouldn't do a variable in this one. I should do a, do I do a gameplay tag? I'll do a gameplay tag. character enemy. No, it is under. Character enemy mob attack anim. I mean, you can use that. Normal, no jump. So what we can do is just use this tag. It's not a good tag though. It should just be enemy. Dot status dot no jump. So I already have some of them that I have as statuses that I need to move over. Yeah, let's just make a new one. I need to reorganize these at some point. Character dot enemy dot status dot no jump attack. Okay, and then we'll have a new variable here. No jump. So when it is true, right, we'll just add it. Otherwise, we continue on. And then here, when we get this, check if you have the no jump attack. If you don't, then we're doing the jump attack. With the information provided. And then if we do rotate to face on attack, that is one thing we I don't think I need this because that should be controlled by me. I should be able to control that myself. I shouldn't need that. So I can bypass this rotate and then we just do resume playback after a delay. So we do the delay. And then resume playback. Pause attack animation. So this is going to break some things. But no, but that's fine. Can I open all of these? I pressed enter. Is it gonna open them? It's frozen, so I'm assuming it's trying to open them. Basically, I'm gonna instead of having the duplicate animation stuff, we're only gonna need one. Yep, it opened them. Oh god. Oh god. Just pause all the things. Just pause all the... I don't need, like, this many of the same, effectively the same thing opened. Okay, it's quiet now. Okay, so there's all these no jump ones. We can delete. Because then we'll be able to control it again. Without having to do this. Your attack, jump duration, sure. If it is the first layer of your Pac-Man maze, nice. What do you mean first layer? Are you having are you making a 3D maze? Hold on. Let me just see if I understood. Are you making a 3D maze? It has sliding parts that you can't memorize, so it's unique each time. And the end is a boss fight. How are you guaranteeing that it's a solvable maze? I'm curious. Are you guaranteeing that it's a solvable maze? I guess is the better question. Or are you not guaranteeing that's a solvable maze? At least one door will be open for the maze to be complete, but it can change. Well, no, I understand that. But if the maze is constantly changing, how are you controlling that all of the maze pieces that are changing connect, and that it is solvable? Like, or are you just changing the door that is open? Like, the maze itself doesn't change, but like where you need to go changes? Because right, like theoretically, if there's X route and you close that route, well, now you need to make sure that there's another route that is still solvable. I'm just curious how you're guaranteeing it. Changing doors, but new paths will open that leads you backwards if you're in the wrong part. I mean, hey, if you figured out a way of doing it, power to you. It's beyond my comprehension. So, good job. I'm too dumb for it. I'm still using it some places. Pause attack. It's the headbutt. Shush you. Why does it still say force? It's gonna close all my tabs, isn't it? I don't have this open, but it's probably gonna close all my freaking windows. Yep, there goes all my windows. God damn it. Imagine shoots and ladders, but alternating ladders. No, like that, like all makes sense as long as there's. But a maze typically has. I mean, I guess it can have multiple ways of getting to there. As long as there's always at least one way of getting to the end, then you're good. But the problem, there's a problem with that setup. If you're changing it while the person's in the maze, there's a chance for them to never find the way. Because a maze is not simple. So, a labyrinth you cannot solve by just keeping right. A maze you can. If a player keeps right, if they just always keep to the right wall, they'll eventually solve any maze. If you're closing and opening doors, there's a chance for the correct path to be closed, and by the time they get to the next correct path, that one will be closed. And then the next one will be closed. And then they just continue going around and never be able to make any progress because it's just bad luck. So, just as a heads up, mazes, that's typically what people. Also tortures the player lights to know where they have been. Yeah, but in a maze, that doesn't really help you. So, here, let me show. So this is a big maze, right? So let's say you get in the middle and it's from here. Right, so let's say you're lighting up the torches, you're following this, you're going here. Oh, it's okay, you found out this is a dead end. You retrack and you're like, okay, well, now I'm gonna go this way, right? You're lighting up torches, Okay, you're gonna go this way. Okay, you went this way, that's a dead end. Right? The point I'm trying to make here, I don't know if this is gonna lead to a dead end. The point is, right here, you could have gone right. But you will see that when you're going here, there's a bunch of torches. And you could have gone this way. I mean, obviously you would have seen probably this down, but the point is, right, you could have gone right. But you will see all these sort of, you've been here, so why would you backtrack all the way through everywhere you've been? But what if this was the right way to going? The torches will hurt you.
Timeline on lockdown, while Twitch reminds us that food delivery exists.
If they wait long enough, it will slide back, but you don't know which wall slid. Right? If you don't know that X wall slid closed because it happened when you weren't looking, then you won't know to wait there. You won't even know if that's the right way either way, so why would you wait for it? Again, as just from a player point of view, I think I would just quit. Straight up. Not everyone will, but I don't think mazes aren't as popular. But yeah, if it's not a static maze, like I go in and it's a static maze, you got to figure it out, and it's changing, I'd quit. It's like a game that choosing the correct door at a 3 to progress to the next set of doors, but I mean, the difference in those games is you don't need to have a maze, and you just, because you just easily remember which door it was because they're all very different, either through a question, you're like, oh yeah, the answer to this was this, right? You have a recollections thing. The answer to this door was this, so this is the right way. When you're in a maze, you're like, I don't remember which one this is, because it's a maze. That's the whole point of it. You think of the hidden symbol to progress the right way? Again, the problem with that is either the symbol is going to be very easy to find, in which case the point of the maze, of being a maze, is lost because you're just going to follow the symbol, or it's going to be hard to find, in which case you run into the same problem, you just get lost as soon as you take any wrong path. You have a big challenge ahead. I'm not saying don't do it, but just be prepared for a big challenge ahead. If you had loops inside of your maze, wouldn't that break the right turn only theory? If he does any kind of closed, like walls closing and opening, yes, it will break the right. Yeah, it will become more like a labyrinth than a maze. And labyrinths are labyrinths because it is possible to never solve them. And also, welcome in, No Kisser. Hope you're doing well. Look at Final Fantasy 15's Pitro's Ruins Maze. That's a... God. How are they gonna make a good Final Fantasy again? Pitro's Ruins Maze. I guess I should do Maze Final Fantasy 15. Trying to find it. Oh, God, I'm done naming. Why is AI mode the first thing? I see Clockwork Tower, Castlemark Tower walkthrough. Let me see. Let me see. Is this the maze? No, this isn't. No, this is not a maze. This is not a maze. This is a puzzle. This is a puzzle. Yeah, this is just a puzzle area. But you can't have a maze with a map. Let's just start with that, right? So there's at least this is not a maze. It's a cute puzzle. Yeah, it's a puzzle. Unless you could find me, I don't know how you would do a maze with a map, because I'm pretty sure you could even open the full map. Yeah. It's where you get his. I mean, I don't remember. I played the game. It was not very good. I beat it reluctantly. Final Fantasy 15 is a giant fetch quest. The entire game was go over there, do things, come back. Oh, okay, now go back there. Now come back. Now go over there. It was like an MMO. You have a hub. It tells you to go do something, like one or two things, and you come back, and then it tells you to do something else, and then you come back, and you tell something and do something else, and you come back, and eventually you finish all the quests in that area and tells you to go to a new one. And the characters were horrible. So they were not good. But yeah. I miss Final Fantasy of old. Don't get me started on the freaking remake of Final Fantasy VII, one of my favorite games of all time. Let's check the hold stuff to make sure that works. Because we didn't finish setting that up. When I was younger, I absolutely loved JRPGs. Specifically, I liked Final Fantasy. Let's be clear here. I remember I played Final Fantasy VII was my first big game. Absolutely loved it. Such a great game. The original Final Fantasy I replayed multiple times throughout my life. And I remember by the time I learned about the Final Fantasy, like, other games, Final Fantasy X was out, and I got Final Fantasy X, and my god, that was so good. I replayed that multiple times. Blitzball was so good. Oh, such great games. Never ended up playing 8 or 9, but played those two. That kind of got me into the turn-based JRPG games. And then I tried playing 12 so many times. The first thing that threw me off on 12 was the combat, the gameplay. It was just the monsters in the world. I was like, oh, what is this? And the story just did not hook me at all in 12. 11 obviously is an MMO. I didn't play that. I played 13. I even played 13 too, in hopes. It's not very good. I played it, but it wasn't very good. 14, I mean, is an MMO. I played 15. Final Fantasy 15, like I said, was a fetch quest. Just a giant fetch quest. And non-likable characters and a story that didn't make any sense. Not any sense, but like it did not make sense. For a Final Fantasy game, it didn't make sense. Final Fantasy 16 can be summed up in a single word. It's called fuck. Because the amount of fucks that were said in that game is probably a record. And if you take away the summon fights, those like cinematic, basically QTEs, I was struggling. The story, I was like, but like I didn't like the ending and all, but man, so like, you might say like, oh, you know, I just, you know, it's, you know, it wasn't for me, it just didn't click. But their sales are also down, so it's like I'm a special butterfly in that regard, right? The sales numbers also match that, so like, 10 to me was the last good Final Fantasy. And I have Final Fantasy 3/6 because I don't know if it's 3 or 6 because it says Final Fantasy 3, but I know Final Fantasy 3 is Final Fantasy 6. That's Japan, so I think I have 6. I just never beat it because it's for the 3DS. I just never finished it. I think if it was actually like on PC, I would have. I don't know. Final Fantasy 1, you beat tens of times with different party builds. Final Fantasy 3 was amazing on so many levels for you. Yeah, Final Fantasy 3, which is 6. Yeah, I've heard like many people's is like their favorite. The only reason I haven't beaten Final Fantasy 6, 3 is just because it's for the 3DS at the time, and I'm not a handheld guy. 10 is your favorite. 10 was so good. Blitzball, I still remember Blitzball. Just play. You just gotta play it just for Blitzball, honestly. It has a movie that takes place before the game. Yeah, I heard about that, but I don't want to watch it. I didn't sign up to watch movies. I signed up to play the game. Okay. I don't care if there's a movie. I'm here to play a game. Don't make me watch another medium to enjoy this medium. Right? It's like saying, imagine there's a new movie coming out, but you have to play the game first. Just imagine that. Imagine there's an epic movie that's coming out, like by a director that you love, but you gotta play through this game that you don't care anything about. Right? That's insanity. If you just swap it even, or just say like, okay, instead of, if that's not a great example, you're like, oh, you know, you're a gamer. Okay. What if there's a great movie coming out, but you have to learn how to cook this one dish to understand the movie? What if it's cooking? What if it's cleaning? It doesn't matter. The point is, right? Why are we doing something that is not the medium that is, like, I understand having a movie and a sequel, a game and a sequel. Why is it a different medium? Don't make people know. It's stupid. I'm sorry. It's so stupid. Because as soon as you reverse it, you realize how stupid it is. You have to watch what that makes it. I mean, yeah, again, I know it makes it better, but I'm not a movie guy. Why am I forced to do this? You start with 10, your uncle wouldn't let you play it on his brand new PS2, so you snuck it into the closet and play it at night and fell in love with it. It's such a good game. You understand why he didn't want you to play, though? Save file? You overwrite, oh, did you overwrite the save file? A friend of mine overwrote my Final Fantasy X save file. I had to replay it. You didn't watch the TV show before the book, before the movie, and then the yeah, exactly. And also, right, it's a movie that's probably in Japanese, right? I'm gonna guess that it's in Japanese and was not translated to English. Let me hold on. I actually don't want to. Let me just find out. It's English. Is it both? Was the Final Fantasy 15 movie originally released in both English and in Japanese? Just at the same time. I don't care about the trailer. Again, the game was not good. I beat the game. I managed to do it. But it was just a giant fetch. The car mechanic was so bad. I was like, give me my chocobo. I want turn-based. I don't understand why they had 10 games of turn-based. Or action turn-based, it doesn't matter. This is turn-based for the layman. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh no, we want to do action combat. But was Final Fantasy movie originally released in both English and Japanese language at the same time? No. Kingsley Final Fantasy 15 movie was not originally released in both English and Japanese language at the same time. The film's first theatrical release was in Japan on July 9th. The English dubbed version was July 20th. Okay, well, that's close enough. Sure, I'll but it was a movie release also. Like, it wasn't like you could just watch it online. You had to go to the movies. Like, that's even worse. That's even worse. Because, like, if I'm the only one, like, if I don't have friends that are, like to go movies, they're gamers, then I'm not going to go to the movie myself. So that means I'm just not going to watch it if I don't have a friend that also wants to watch a random movie. Remember, this is the game is single player. It's not like it's an MMO, and you're like, oh yeah, we're a bunch of us are going to be playing the MMOs. It's going to make sense for all of us to go watch it. This is a single player game. You might not have other people around you that are going to be playing this game as well. It's just so bad. Sorry. Just. Why? Okay, we're gonna check, make sure that they can jump. Right, so they're doing the jump. And if I do no jump, yeah, no jump works. Ooh, hold on. If I do no jump, they don't do the arrow. What's going on here? Access none. Ooh. I see. Yeah, okay. What I need to do then probably still do this. I still need to do all of this. And it's just going to be a matter of whether or not we do this part. Oh, I guess we do this anyway. But the whole delay is... No, that's fine. Yeah, so we just need to slightly change this. So it's always going to do this. This isn't going here. This still goes here. When you download the game, you got the movie as well? I don't think you did. I don't think you did. It has a pre-story of the movie too. Yeah. I replayed the original Final Fantasy like so many times. Sorry, Final Fantasy VII so many times. Like I played it again. It was my first big game. I remember when I was like really young. I couldn't get out of the reactor at the very beginning of the game, where you need to like run left, but because for some reason I just never connected that I need to run left, and I would always run out of time in the first reactor when I was way too young. And then and then eventually sometime later, when I revisited the game, like, oh, this way. How did I get that confused? And then I was able to progress. And it was so much fun trying to figure out stuff like chocobo breeding was so much fun, because it was a whole thing. You couldn't, at the time, you couldn't just look up how to breed chocobos and the best ones. You had to try things and like, you just can't be like, oh, let me just go. Where do you find the chocobos to breed with? And you just have to like find it, figure it out, breed every chocobo to find the golden chocobo. And I still remember that. I still remember like finding all the secret islands. There's an island with a woman that claims to be Sephiroth's mom on one of the islands. Hold on. Actually, let me see, but if I remember this correctly. In the original Final Fantasy VII, is there a hidden island with a woman that claims to be Sephiroth's mother? I believe that's there. And that's cool, just finding like, I still remember like, I remember Knights of the Round Table quad summon. Oh, so good. Like, I know some people don't like the long animation. I loved it. I loved every second of those long animations. It felt so good every time. Like, there's no hidden island. There's no fun saying. What about the PC version? I thought there was one. Am I hallucinating? Advent Children is a good movie. The Advent Children Complete is a decent movie. The original Ivan Children, before they added the extra scenes, was a little bit of a confusing one. I mean, I can't say Ivan Children even complete was a good movie. Like, it was all right, but it had like, to this day, I don't understand why Sephiroth has a wing there. What's with the black wing? Why does he have a black wing now in the remake as well? He was never had a black wing in the original Final Fantasy. What is this shit? Appears only in her cave behind. Yeah. Okay. Well, so what I'm saying is right, but it's being semantic. It is in a cave, but the cave is only accessible via Chocobo. Oh, is it via Vincent's optional side quest? No, I'm pretty sure there is. No. I guess I am hallucinating on that one. I could have sworn there was one. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I'm misremembering that one. It's been too long. That was a child hallucination then that I've kept. So there we go. So now he's doing the attack without moving. No errors. And if I want to, I can tell him to jump. And now he'll jump. Oh, but hold on. But the non-moving one still has the long trace, doesn't it? Ooh, yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. Let's fix that. Have a nice weekend. Thanks, Tom. Bye. Like Spirits Within, even though it has nothing to do with any game, it has nothing to do with Final Fantasy. In general. I saw Spirits Within. I was confused. It had nothing to do with any Final Fantasy. When I think Final Fantasy, I think of a few things that have to be in the game for me to be like, that's Final Fantasy. Turn-based. Or whatever you want to, if you want to be semantic, but it's basically, for the layman, it's turn-based. 2, summons. Not summons where they just appear next to you and fight like a controllable character. I want summons. And 3, I want my spell levels. I want Fire, Thyra, and Thyraga. I want Thunder, Thundera, and Thunderga, whatever, right? I want my level, my multiple tiers of levels, and I want to feel good about using them, damn it. Those 3 things is, to me, is what I look for. That's it. Uh, oh, no jump. With the elemental levels as well. Yeah, just there's no fourth. Fire. The Ga ones were always the highest. Then there were like other spells that were just stronger typically because like there was some spells that were like more physical damage and they were just typically stronger because there's just a spell called Ultima, if I recall. But the point is, right, is just right. That feeling is just so good. Like I remember when I played, when I was playing the first remake of Final Fantasy VII. Like the thing that I missed more than anything else was the fact that I just missed the combat. I was like, this doesn't feel like a remake. This feels like a different game. And really, the main crux of it was, I don't know if you guys played the game, but you control the character and yeah, Flare. But Flare was right; he's a separate one. Yeah. And Flare, I think, is physical. I might be wrong. It's been too long. In the remake, right, when you play with the characters, the enemies will target your current character, the one you're controlling, I think, as a priority over any other one. So whoever you're controlling, the enemy goes for. So here's the thing. If you're controlling a character, that you probably want to control the one that does the damage. Right? Because it's cool. You want to do a big number. Well, you're going to get hit, and you're going to need to heal. Well, now you have to swap to the healer. Hey, guess what the enemy does? Now the enemy is attacking the healer. That is not very tanky. So all of a sudden, you have to heal the healer. And now you're just stuck in a perpetual time where you just have to keep trying to heal yourself and get away from enemies. And that's not fun. Because again, the enemies prioritize attacking your character for whatever reason. Instead of like a regular, hit the one that is hitting you. Even if you don't attack them, they will just prioritize you, pretty much. I mean, you'll still attack because you're doing auto attacks, right? As you wait for the bar to fill up, you just throw auto attacks at them, and then that's enough. It's like I end up having to play the healer when I didn't want to play the healer. Basically. It's not good. Ooh, but I did that wrong. Oh, yes, I did that wrong. This way. So it is working. Maybe I need to increase the radius a little bit. When it's just melee around. Yeah, the materia system was good. Materia system was good. I just remember, maybe not. You know what? Let's not do that. We'll just increase their actual radius of their attacks. I think would be better. Because I think they just need a bigger radius in general. Yeah. I still remember, like, again, quad summon and Knights of the Round Table. Like, that is one of my fondest childhood memories. I might pull it up just to show. But radius, let's do like 25. Because it was a long animation, and quad summon basically made that attack animation trigger 4 times, but I didn't care. I thought, like, I worked hard to get it, right? At the time, right, you had to go through and figure out chocobos, breed them, find the secret island by yourself, and then get the materia. So, like, you didn't care how long it played. It felt good. See if I can find it real quick. Knights of the Round. I guess it's called just Knights of the Round. So this is Knights of the Round. Come on. Also the music. Oh. The music's so good. So this is a summon. This is a single summon ability. So there's, I think, 12 hits. Still going. This is a minute and a half. But again, I loved every single second of it. There you go. So that was... And there we go. So now we're back. Almost. Okay, I guess this is now other stuff. But... Oh. And then it would do 4 times. That entire sequence would be played 4 times. So, really, it's like what? It was like about, what, a minute and a half? So what is 6 minutes? 5-6 minutes of you not touching the controller. It sounds terrible. Like, by today's standards. Well, at the time, and I would do it like every single turn. Every time I could. I was keep using the ability. Yeah, it sounds horrible, but as a kid that worked hard to get that, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I think I would kind of expect him to hit me here. Maybe I increase it further. Yeah, okay. So, what we can now do is have some fun, but we don't need multiple anymore. Just test with one. But now what we can do is, for a test, we can tell it to jump and have a hold on the first one. Do 1 to 2 second hold with arrow. And then do no hold. Also do not random attack, no jump, and then do it twice, basically. So it's going to do 1 attack after I wait, after a hold. It's going to jump to me. Then it's not going to jump and do 2 more. Bam, bam, bam. One thing I am noticing, though, ooh, okay, that's a problem. Yeah, I'm not removing this gameplay tag. That's important. So after it does the enable pawn collision, remove gameplay tag. No jump attack. We can remove it pretty much immediately. But this should be fine. So a couple of things, right? It's doing this. Ooh. No, that can't. We can't do that. When do we remove it? We need to remove it when we execute the no jump attack. Here. Right? Oh, but then no, it has to be after the trace. No, it has to be after the trace because the trace, yeah, it has to be where the trace is. Hey, Jimmy, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. So here, right, we're doing all of this. On trace attack, blah, 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 blah. And then when it's done with everything, there's a hit stop, and yeah, so this is probably where we do it. Let's confirm. Am I good with materials? I'm good enough with materials. Oh, that's good. And now if he does it properly again. No, why is he not why is he not jumping now? having a bug. Bugs are nice. Some of them are cute. Some of them are pretty. Depends which bug you have. Got a pretty one? Is it sparkly? Shiny? Is it prismatic? What I could try doing is just putting it here, maybe. Remove gameplay tag. Maybe that's the trick to it. Let's see. Let's guess what we want. Yes, yes, yes. And now if we does big. Yes, yes. Okay, there we go. That does it. So now the first one is a big jump attack, right? One thing I'm noticing is he is facing the player. Is that hard coded? Oh, it is. I might not want to face the player. Face player. I keep forgetting I can just do this. If face player is true, then we do this. Otherwise, we just bypass it. There we go. And we'll make sure that is turned on by default. Turn off here, turn off here. Or in the viewport of your tree blueprint, the trunk is cut and visible, but when it is in the game, it's like the overlaid itself, or it's having tiling issues, but doesn't have the problem in the blueprint viewport. You mean the material viewport, or do you mean the? I mean, it sounds like you have like Z fighting or something, which is not a material problem. That's just a geo problem. You're just not previewing it on the same piece of geo, and the geo probably has issues. Is my guess, but I don't know. I would need to see things. Gonna face towards me, and now he's not gonna face towards me. He's gonna continue attacking the same way. I mean, that's my guess. I don't know. You just described what sounds like Z fighting, which is a mesh problem, not a texture problem. But that would also mean that you have different materials applied to it, and on one face and another for it to cause Z fighting. So it would have multiple issues then. But again, no idea without actually seeing it. But that's what it sounds like. I would go with that. So this is working. The only thing that's not working actually is the attack combo stuff. Because I think I haven't even set up. Yeah, I have it set up here. So that is not working. That'll be the next thing we need to fix. Is the attack combo. Needs to find this. I mean, it's supposed to get it. Random. Incomplete. Blah, blah, blah. And then here. Oh, the whole combo triggered system is not a thing anymore. Okay, we'll need to rework the combo system. Or at least we'll just set it up to be random. If it's random index, random index needs to be false. If it's false, this needs to be increased. Where is it being? It's not even being increased anywhere. Is it just this? You hate how tree meshes that do it? Do what? Yeah, that wasn't it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need to spend a little time reworking this. Z-fighting? That's not a tree specific problem. Any mesh can have Z-fighting. Any mesh that's not built correctly will have Z-fighting. Well, not literally any issue with Z-fighting, but like that's not tied to anything specific. I'm not even triggering doing this. Yeah, I'm going to rework this combo system. Or at least not the combo system, but I need to rework... Yeah, I need to rework this. I don't have a combo system for myself anymore. I'll need to add one later, but... Yeah, this needs a rework. It's okay, we'll take care of it come Monday. Most trees you have this problem, and then... I mean, do they have... You could test this with any other material. If you get the same problem with the different materials, then it's Z-fighting, most likely. But again, I can't tell because they just have a description. If it's flickering, then on a face, then it's typically Z-fighting. If it's something else, then it might be something else. I don't know. I'm only guessing here, based on the information provided. But that's all the time I have for tonight. New city tutorial coming Sunday with the cars, trees, and streetlights. So I'll be going over that using some fun nodes and stuff. And yeah, we'll get that looking nice. It's gonna be a nice little city. And then we'll figure out what to do on next, because I really want to figure out how the hell to do different different intersections for roads, but that is one of the hardest things to figure out. Like if I want like a 4-lane and a 2-lane and a 3-lane type thing, I don't have a solution right now. I don't. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.